From a secret champion to the fastest possible push, here are 37 Clash Royale card facts you missed. Number 1. Anyone who's ever used a miner knows that once underground, nothing can really touch it. Well, in 2016, the log could push an underground miner back for half a second, which was pretty useless, but cool nonetheless. Number 2. Archers can fully counter a literal P.E.K.K.A. Placement has to be very accurate, being exactly 4.5 tiles from the bridge. Anything else and you'll want to throw your phone. Number 3. Did you know you can clone a building? Yeah. There was once a glitch where you could clone a goblin drill if you had precise enough timing. Now that's overpowered. Number 4. The card with the highest win rate is actually the Giant, at a win rate of 62.2%. The Giant is used in a load of different decks, the most successful one being this weird Night Witch variant. The reason this deck works so well is because this Giant Night Witch combination is great for destroying, while the Bowler and Inferno Tower are amazing for defense. Number 5. You can activate your King Tower against a Bowler. While instances are really rare, I did find an example on Reddit. I tried recreating the video and found Bowler shoots a lot farther than you'd actually expect it to, reaching 7.5 tiles. You can activate your tower if the Bowler is in this position in the arena. Number 6. The Ice Wizard is kind of a ripoff from Supercell. When shown in the trailer, it looked like an unstoppable freeze killer, but in game, Ice Wizard wasn't too bad. At least up until the balance change when Fireball could just kill it. I mean, compare the trailer with reality. Disappointing, Supercell. Number 7. The Elixir Golem is a pretty annoying card to deal with, but originally, it was supposed to look like this. This card was meant to be a legendary, and had a cryptic description saying, spend all your elixir to determine the stats based on the amount, while the Elixir Golem game description goes, splits into 2 Elixir Golemites when destroyed. The Elixir Golem's description makes much more sense. Number 8. You could activate the King Tower by logging a bomb tower, but this was fixed recently and no longer has any effect. Number 9. The Goblin Hut is taken from the huts in Clash of Clans. If you take a direct image of the two and compare them, they look extremely similar, the only difference being the horns on Clash Royale's version. Furnace is also taken from Clash of Clans, the pot looking nearly identical in both games. Number 10. An Elixir Collector can fully counter an Electro Giant if placed in this position. Realistically, you won't be able to do this in game because your opponent is going to have a spell or something, so don't try this at home. Number 11. The Battle Healer can fly over the river, which makes her an actual angel. Number 12. The Goblin Gang was released as a unit, spawning 3 goblins and 3 spear goblins. Separately, this would cost 4 elixir, but the Goblin Gang only cost 3. This made the Goblin Gang almost too powerful, which led to a nerf removing one of the spear goblins. Supercell recently added the spear goblin back, though, because of the low usage rate of the Goblin Gang. Safe to say, more people are going to be using it now. Number 13. P.E.K.K.A. can't 3-crown a tower by itself, even if left undefended. The same applies for Electro Giant, Giant, Elite Barbarians, and honestly, any other card. The only chance a single card will score a 3-crown by itself is if it's overleveled or accompanied with a spell, such as Rage or Freeze. Number 14. Barbarian Barrel went through 13 balance changes, so many to the point that the Barbarian Barrel actually used to knock back cards. It cost 3 elixir opposed to the now 2 elixir barrel, and it couldn't knock back the Prince or Dark Prince, or any tanks actually. Still, the Barbarian Barrel has gradually gotten more and more popular, and is used in a variety of top players' decks. Now that's a redemption story. Number 15. While the Barbarian Barrel went through 11 balance changes, the Witch had a whopping 16, making it the most transformed card in Clash Royale's history. The Witch went through so many changes because it was either too bad or too good. If you compare the Witch in both videos, you could tell one has a massive power difference from the other. There was a period when Witch combined with Elixir Golem would make an almost unstoppable combo. After a load of changes though, the Witch finally became a balanced card. Though it is still very unpopular with professionals, at a 2% usage rate in grand challenges. Number 16. A new card, the Barbarian Launcher, was recently added. This common card costs 5 elixir, is a defensive building, and shoots boulders that deal area damage. It very closely resembles the Mortar, as it can't shoot cards close to it. Also, they look pretty identical. Number 17. The Super Mini P.E.K.K.A. is the only card that can one-shot anything. While the Super Mini P.E.K.K.A. is an exclusive card, it is most definitely the most powerful out of any card that's ever been brought into the game. In fact, it's so powerful that it deals infinite damage and turns things into pancakes. Number 18. The Barbarian Hut and Heal Spirit have the lowest usage rate in the games, at 0%. Wait, how is that even possible? It's likely more than 0 people use these cards, just that the majority of popular decks don't include them. They're very unpopular. Number 19. The The Balloon Skeleton Barrel Rage combo creates the fastest push possible. If you decide to clone this combo, it can quickly 3-crown your opponent. This deck is most commonly used by Brad, who managed to beat one of the best players in the game using it. Brad's actually a really good player. Number 20. Mirror technically costs only 1 elixir, making it one of the cheapest cards in Clash Royale. The lowest cost for spending a mirror, though, is 2, because it costs 1 more than the troop it's mirroring. This also means you can spend 10 elixir at once, as when you mirror the 3 musketeers, it costs 10 elixir, making your entire bar disappear. Number 21. Firecracker moves back 1.5 tiles during each shot she makes, and because of this, she can fully counter a full HP P.E.K.K.A. Firecracker has the same amount of HP as an archer, so she technically is just an archer with a big gun. The Firecracker shoots some fiery substance at its opponents, but against fast troops, she'll actually miss on all of her shots. At least the archers don't miss. Number 22. Mini P.E.K.K.A., Valkyrie, Giant Skeleton, Night Witch, and Royal Giant have gotten their designs changed like this. Why is Clash Royale changing the card design? Nobody knows, but this isn't the first time they've done this. In 2016, Clash Royale changed the designs of Bomber, Arrows, Fireball, and many more. It's likely that across the next year, Clash Royale will have changed every single card design. Number 23. Clash Royale just teased a new champion and new legendary, meaning a 4th champion is on its way into the game. While nobody knows what these new cards are going to be, some speculate that it might be an Electro Titan, a more powerful Electro Giant, or maybe it could be something else. Number 24. When barbarians fight elite barbarians, who wins? Well, barbarians completely destroy them. Still, elites still cost 1 more elixir than barbarians, which is weird considering barbarians are better at defending and harder to kill. That is, unless you throw a fireball. That's why. Number 25. The Inferno Tower has 3 stages where it increasingly deals more damage. A maxed Inferno Tower goes from dealing 140 damage a second on stage 1 to dealing 525 damage on stage 2 to dealing 2,810 damage a second on stage 3. The Inferno Dragon also has 3 stages, but deals a maximum amount of 1,400 damage a second, which is still insane. Both the Inferno Tower and Inferno Dragon take 5 seconds to deal their maximum amount of damage. So, when fighting them, zap it at the 3 to 4 second mark, resetting the flare right before your troops get completely infernoed. Number 26. The first troop to ever get added to Clash Royale were the Archers. From the beginning to the end of 2016, Clash Royale went from having 42 cards to having a total of 70 cards, meaning Clash Royale added a total of 28 cards in just 1 year. Eventually, the amount of cards Clash Royale added became smaller and smaller, until now, when we only get a few cards per year max. Number 27. Royal Hogs deal much more damage than a Hog Rider if left untouched. While Royal Hogs take nearly the full tower, Hog Rider takes around half the tower only. Number 28. A Heal Spirit heals at a rate of 400 health points a second, while it deals 110 damage to troops that aren't on its same side. Regardless of this, as mentioned earlier, almost nobody uses Heal Spirit. Rest in peace. Number 29. Wall breakers can deal up to 1,038 damage if both blow up at the tower. This is the same damage 2 rockets would deal, and for only 2 elixir. Because wall breakers are so fast, the combo of log and wall breakers can't be stopped by a log or a zap, or even a tornado. Number 30. The lumberjack and the log are said to have a special relationship, with the description of the lumberjack being, he chops trees by day and hunts the log by night. When you log a lumberjack though, nothing happens. I wish Supercell would make it so that the lumberjack broke the log in half, or something. Hey, Supercell, if you see this, please do that. Number 31. If you ever see someone place a goblin cage, placing a lightning is actually a pretty good play. The lightning strikes not only the tower, but the goblin cage and the goblin brawler as well. That's a triple kill. Number 32. The goblin hut spawns 11 spear goblins, and because each spear goblin deals 81 damage, a goblin hut can deal 891 damage, which is really annoying to deal with. Because of this, whenever you see a goblin hut, the best move is to probably fireball it. Number 33. The 2 cards with the most hit points are Golem and Lava Hound. The Golem has nearly 7,000 hit points, while the Lava Hound has over 6,000 if you count the pups. But Inferno Tower kills each of them within 10 seconds. Number 34. A rocket takes 3 seconds to reach a tower, while a fireball takes around 2 seconds, making it a much faster option. If you're near the end of the game, make sure to place the rocket before the clock hits 3 seconds, because otherwise, it just won't land. Number 35. Zap can completely kill a skeleton army if placed at the right time. While normally most zaps miss killing all skeletons, if placed as soon as the skeleton army spawns, it'll get all of them. And it's stupidly satisfying. Number 36. People consider Mega Knight the scariest card in Clash Royale. But if a bandit is placed in this position, it can completely counter the Mega Knight while even surviving. In fact, cards like Mini P.E.K.K.A and Prince can pretty easily counter the Mega Knight too. Hell, if you want, you can get a free King Tower activation. Just get some skill, guys. Number 37. You're probably not subscribed to our channel. So, if you thought this video was any good, could you just go ahead and hit that subscribe button? Thanks, and see you next time.